Okay, there is extraterrestrials out there, other unidentified flying objects that are different beings of a different world, meaning this planet, this world's function is similar to other worlds that have living life. But what it can tolerate, temperature wise, could be totally different. Or all this factors of like what we can tolerate, we know. But of them, we don't know until we understand what, their knowledge would be upon how they had the aspect of reality of the cause and effect through any time in existence. So you realize that any time in existence that you do something creates and ultimately is the destiny for what you do. So everything that's made up like a cartoon, that is thought of and created. The plot, behind the cartoon, what the meaning and how they plot the ending, that's all orchestrated in the event of the creation of it. So these creations of it is it as what happens in the present moment. But then other things that don't, you know what I mean, have the other present moment involved with it, meaning that you're thinking of the past. You're still in the present moment thinking of the past. You can never not be in the present moment. So he's like, oh, you're not in the present moment because you're thinking in the past. Well, that is ultimately the present moment as well. But all these moments create our life, is what I'm saying. So this is the truth of the energy, of how we perceive and on elevated levels of energy, we would perceive and think of things on a different level. Or if we could tap into like feeling the energy of this tree here, knowing that and its capability of an aspect of creation, because it's a different aspect of creation, has a different sort of energy. But just to realize that if you connected with it, you'd have a totally different experience upon the energy and the awareness that it has. So the capabilities and abilities that it has. And different things have different capabilities, meaning senses and awareness of God consciousness is what it is. So, like, God is an aspect of many, many different things spread out. That is aspects of God that created it itself within itself. So everything that is experienced is basically a creation created by God, an energy of God that's in a sort of reality of its own. So like the sun, that gives us life. That has a higher state of consciousness that gives us consciousness to the universe. This consciousness is a field that we know that is a reality that by our everyday lives of what we experience on many different levels of maybe highs or lows, depending on, you know, which way the universe flows. But all I'm saying is that it's the conscious field of energy and what we create and perceive of many different things, like the things that we know how to do. We could look in a book and see how to build something or what a mineral is called, or understand things like understand these properties, be familiar by looking at them and understanding what that exactly is, just not by its name, but by what that property does and what you can do with it. And that's the intelligence behind it. Not just the name of something is to be intelligent. It's to actually know what's behind that name of what you're calling something, because it's all incorporated with what life. And then that's what we know to be true. So, yeah, it's only 4 minutes.